Hey friends, good morning. It is Face-to-Face Friday and I did my hair and makeup today because I have a meeting for work. And so I'm waiting for everybody to get to the coffee shop where we're meeting. And so I thought I would just pop in and say hi and say good morning. And I thought this is a perfect opportunity to do a little Face-to-Face Friday from my car in a parking lot. So I hope everybody's doing great today, TGIF, because it is payday. Thank goodness. So I'll be bringing you a budget, sort of paycheck budget, cash stuffing situation. Probably this weekend, I will go to the bank, get all my money out and cash stuff it. But I think, spoiler alert, most of this check is going to go to pay my credit card. So I wanted to give you a little update on my tracking. I've been tracking all of the expenses on my credit card, and I decided to do this because I was overspending, like $1,000 overspending, like a crazy amount, and I couldn't figure out where it was all going. And so I decided to really take a deep dive into my credit, because what I do is I pay off the credit card in full. And I realized that I just was spending without being as intentional as I should be. So this past month, I have been very careful and very intentional about my spending on that credit card. Now, I've noticed one thing. I am using my debit card a little bit more than I usually do. So I think that's going to be my next challenge, is to track everything that's going on the debit card as well. But I do feel a little bit differently about that, because I do feel like if there's money in my bank account, it's there to be used, and that's kind of okay. That's exactly why I cash stuff. So I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but the reason I don't keep money in my bank account is because I'm going to spend it if it's there. It's little things. It's like a little extra trip to the grocery. It's maybe a little sweet treat from the bakery. It's maybe a little, whatever the case may be. So for me, this is exactly why I try to take as much cash out of our paychecks as I possibly can, and I put them into our envelopes. There's something about those envelopes, like I will not pull money out of those envelopes. So I don't know, can you relate to that? Are you at all like that? I know that some people don't. They just don't want cash. They don't like to use cash. They feel like they're going to just spend it if they have it in cash. But I'm actually the opposite. I feel like if it's cash, I want to hoard it. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all my cash out, but I think that most of it's going to go to the credit card. And I'm really proud of myself because I have been doing really good with the tracking. So we'll go over that. I'll take you down to my desk and I'll show you what I've been tracking, how it looks, and we'll do that next. But yeah, I think it's going really well. I've noticed I did have to put a few things on a credit card. We had another vet visit. Actually, we had two. Clyde is doing great, but he's been having some accidents, and I think that it is because he's got some sort of little urinary tract infection. So we're gonna get that cleared up. We had two vet visits, one for the diagnostic, one for the antibiotic shot. So, all right, I'm gonna take you down to the desk. We're gonna take a look at my credit card statement, and it is Face-to-Face Friday, so see you soon. Hey friends, here we are back at my desk for a little budget credit card tracking recap review. So it is actually Saturday, so I'm filming this. I did the Friday part and then I just ran out of time, and I thought I'm not even gonna post that. It's like cringy. But then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just post it because it's Face-to-Face Friday. So it's Face-to-Face Friday / Saturday. Yeah, so here we are. Okay, I wanted to show you, you don't need to see my checkbook register, but let me show you first. We have all the budget things today, so I'm going to just go through all this because it just needs to be reviewed. So this is where I'm tracking my credit card. So this was last month and the last statement. This is the current statement. It just closed. So the bill is now due on April, 3rd, I think, or 4th, April 4th. So it is $1,906, which actually isn't too bad because my budget is for like $1,500. So I'm slightly over, but I can explain a few of those things, and then we'll go into the calendar. So first of all, everything, and I'm not sure if you can see because it's pretty light, but everything with a little purple stripe next to it or purple highlighted means that it was budgeted and planned for. Now, there's a few things that I sort of planned for. Let me mark this one off too. Actually, I'm going to take pet food also. So the things I planned for were any copays that we have, my internet, an Apple fee thing for storage, my Panera coffee subscription at $3.63. Can't beat that. Spotify, car insurance, another Apple. This is for like an app that my daughter uses. The like energy, Citizens Gas, I think that is Melaleuca. We order like a lot of supplements and vitamins from there. Chewy for pet stuff, pet food from another store as well. That actually is probably higher than it needs to be. Overnight oats that I order because I love them. They're high protein and they're like my favorite breakfast because I don't like to eat breakfast. So I planned for that. It was $32. And then Planet Fitness charged me $1 for my new membership. And we had a medical bill of $330 that I put onto the credit card so I could pay that off. So technically, if we do this, and I take off, let's see. So if we just do $1,906 minus the $330, because I had that saved in like a medical fund and I paid it already, we're at $1,576, which is like basically right on track. However, let's take a little closer look at some of these expenses, because the ones that are not highlighted are the ones that I just put on the card. Restaurant, 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 Uber Eats, restaurant. Like, do you see a pattern? I see a pattern. I'm actually going to highlight these two. If I could find my highlighter. I'm going to highlight these also because to me, this is a big reminder of like, it's not a reminder. It's like a wake-up call. I don't usually eat at restaurants and I don't think this is going to continue. I think there were just some, like this was with my daughter. I met a friend. This was a birthday, but Uber Eats, this was a day I just couldn't with the day. So we had to order food. But that's a good amount of money. Let me add that up and I'm just going to add this up for us. So I'm going to put this here so you can see. So it's 38. And on the surface, these amounts don't seem like all that much, but that's how it gets you on the credit card. You just throw it on the card and then it adds up. And then all of a sudden you are $400 over budget. Like that's bananas. I will say that this birthday dinner was for 4 of us and it was my sister's birthday. So I had budgeted and saved in one of my envelopes. So I will put some of that, but I didn't budget enough. But I think I had like $150. I can't even remember because I put it into the bank already, but I already unstuffed it. But anyway, so $400, even if let's just take this birthday dinner out because I feel like that's not super fair to put in there. So 170, but that's 170 of like, that's almost 2 weeks of my grocery budget right there. So this is not it's not a problem, but it's definitely something I want to be aware of because it needs to not happen. Or here's the thing. If I didn't need to highlight that. I think the lesson for me here is if I want to go to restaurants, which I do, we really don't go out to restaurants very often. I don't even think there's any on the previous month. Yeah, there's literally no restaurants on here. But if I want to go to restaurants, I need to have a cash envelope for those and I need to budget for it. And maybe that is something I need to do. With the spring weather coming and then summer, I feel like I'm going to be a lot more social and be wanting to like go out and meet people for lunch or coffee or weekends or things. And so I think that's probably something that I need to do is start a sinking fund for restaurants, a cash envelope for restaurants. But everything else like Walmart, I don't even know what I got. I think it was cat litter. Kroger, I think I just stopped and picked up some groceries last minute, which, again, that should be on my budget. Old Navy, I got these leggings, but I actually hate them, so I might take them back. Post office was stamps, and that was a necessity. So overall, I will say, not too bad. We went from $23.82 to $19.06. So that, in my book, is a win, definitely an improvement, and I'm going to see if I can make that even less for next month. So there's that. And okay, so we're done with this. I want to show you also, let's just do the budget for the month. So we've got the monthly calendar here. This was that really cute desk calendar I got at the Dollar Tree. It was $1.50. So not sure why it wasn't $1.25, but it was $1.50. So we had payday yesterday for Friday. This was the first one of the month of March. And so I had to make sure that all of these were paid in advance, which they were. And then I'm going to go through with this, it's not really red, but this cranberry colored pen. We're going to look to see. So if I got paid here, then all of these bills have to get paid before my next paycheck. Otherwise, they're going to be late. So we're going to go through this really quick. So payday here. The next one is Metronet. This is going to go on my credit card, so that'll get paid automatically. The Apple will also get paid automatically. Spotify will also get paid automatically. And then let's take a look. So escrow is what I save myself. Oh, my pen's run out. I save my escrow. It's homeowners insurance and property taxes. And I just save that, and it's not technically escrowed. So I just call it escrow. But I have this budgeted for the March 28th paycheck right here. So I can move this down and that will be fine. It's not a big deal. And then, let's see, wastewater. I think I already paid that actually. Let me look up here. Yep. Wastewater was already paid because I knew that I was going to have a late paycheck. And then the rest of these, Citizens, Apple, and car insurance will all get auto paid, which is what the A is. So those are going to be done. And then we flip to the next month because April is when I said that my credit card is due. So we will pay the mortgage with this check. So we're going to put down mortgage here. I don't know how to spell mortgage. Mortgage. I think I'm skipping it. I don't know how to spell mortgage today. So anyway, we're going to just put house. I'm just going to put house because I do not know how to spell mortgage. I've actually always had a problem spelling that word. M-O-R-T, I think it's G-A-G-E. I think that's how you spell it. Anyway, that escrow payment that I talked about before, my Verizon bill will need to be paid, which is probably going to be due. Let's look back. Verizon on the 5th. Southwest card was on the 2nd. Okay. And Amazon card. So I'm going to put Amazon card on the 9th. It's either the 8th or the 9th, I think. I don't remember. Southwest card we'll put on the 2nd. It might be the 4th, but that's fine. What did I just say Verizon was? Oh my goodness. Verizon was the 5th. Okay. And we'll put Verizon. Actually, I'm going to put on the 4th just to be safe. Okay. So all of these, which I've already budgeted for on my worksheet, so I know, except for Amazon. I got to write that down. I don't know why I keep forgetting Amazon because it is a cash stuff. So technically that's a little bit confusing. We cash stuff Amazon up here, but I pay it down here. So I'm going to take this off because I don't need to budget for it here. I just need to pay it. But I'll know that I need to pay it when I look at my calendar. So that's really how that works. Okay. Then the next pay is going to be, let's just take a look at this. We'll put a little sticker on for next month to kind of make sure that we're keeping everything in line. So if the 28th is the next pay, then we'll skip the 4th and we'll have a paycheck on the 11th. Let's see if I can stuff this under here. So we'll have a paycheck on the 11th and the 25th of April. Awesome. All right. And I'll go back through and I'll fill in the rest of these based on this and based on my paycheck budget. But for now, I think I'm in really good shape here because essentially all my bills have been paid with this paycheck except I do. So this was the first part we did with some of my husband's check, and now we're going to use my check, and I'm just going to pay the Southwest card. That's really all. I gave Audrey money. So we're good. I think I just need to pay the credit card off, which is great. That's how you do. So, all right. Any questions? If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I am not going to do, so here's my cash planner. What I would have done today is use my cash planner to take money out of the bank and use this little teller slip, this cash breakdown. And I would have gone to the bank to take out cash, but I already did that with my husband's check, so I don't really need to do it. I was kind of thinking that there might be another few envelopes that I needed to stuff, but I don't, because I'm just going to put it all on the Southwest card. So that is the end of this little budget situation. So I think that was all I wanted to share with you today. We did the bills, we did the tracking. I think that's it. So thank you so much for joining me. It's Face-to-Face Friday / Saturday. It is Saturday morning. It's early. I am wearing pajamas, to be honest. And so I'm not going to show you my face again because nobody wants to see that this early in the morning. But I've got my coffee and I'm going to do a few savings challenges, I think, film some of those for you. And that's going to be that for today. I'm just rambling now. So thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. And I'll see you in the next one.